Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be building a base game family home in Willow Creek. It is built on a 30 by 20 lot, I believe, and this is for a family of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't remember. Okay, let's see. 2 grandparents, 2 like your parents, and then 1 teen, 1 toddler, and 1 young adult. Okay, so 7. So this is a base game family home for 7 Sims, and it's built on a 30 by 20 lot. I decided to just do a base game family house because I think some of you probably don't own any of the game packs and things like that. So I thought, why not just build a base game family home for you guys, so you can download it without having to replace furniture because I used another pack and things like that. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy this build. If you like this build, you can download it from the gallery. I'll have all the I'll have all the links down in the description box below. And yeah, so right now we're just coming together with the floor plan and things like that. So this is a rather huge house. It took me quite some time. I mean, it took me, I think, maybe about 4 hours, I want to say, which is pretty not bad, I guess. Yeah. So I just imagine that. Oh, I forgot to mention. There are 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. The garage is being converted into a bedroom for for the young adult. I have no idea why the young adult is living in the garage, but maybe because he's in the midst of moving out, he's finding an apartment. He wants to move out and live with his friends because the parents, I guess you can say, they had uh, the toddler was unexpected. So yeah, you get what I mean. And yeah, so he's living in the garage, and he'll probably move out soon. Everything there is just temporary, and of course you can always come up with any sims that you want. This is just what I had in mind when I was building this. I always like to have some sort of an idea for like what kind of sims I want to build for, just so that it keeps me, it keeps me in check, and just sort of guides me when I'm looking for stuff in the whatever you call that, in the item section. So yeah, I want to say that the layout came together pretty quickly, but no, it took me quite some time this time round. I guess because it's a bigger build, and I was a bit what do you call that? Intimidated. Yes, the word is intimidated. I was slightly intimidated by it, but I mean, but when I started decorating, it all just it all just started to come together. So yeah, I'm really happy with this build, I want to say. Anyways, how were your weekend, guys? It wasn't really that good for me because I had a 4 hour long. Was it 4 hours? I think it extended to like 4.5 hours long. Yeah, so I basically had a course briefing on a Saturday morning at 9. It wasn't a pleasant one because they started to tell us the deliverables. We had 4 assignments due. The first one isn't even graded. I have no idea why we need to do that, but the school says so. So yeah, and each assignment is worth 30%, and you have to group with 4 other students. Luckily for me, I managed to find people I know, and I got to group with them. So I'm pretty thankful for that. I have friends who weren't as lucky, so they sort of have to group with people they don't know. Yeah, and I mean, obviously you will want to work with people you know, so because you guys work together and you know your strengths and weaknesses, you can compensate one another. But the thing about working in new groups is that you never know what to expect. And I'm really in my last year. I just want to graduate. I just want to take everything as chill as possible. So I'm glad that my group members are all on the same page. Like, we don't have any high expectations for this module. We just want to enjoy the start semester. Yeah, and just just want to graduate. That's all. That's like our end goal. So, but either way, so for this module, we have 3 assignments due. No, 4. We have 4 assignments due, and they're all pretty. They require a lot of research. Basically, yeah, they require a lot of research, and honestly, I'm not like a research person as much as I would love to say, but yeah, I'm not a research person. I'm more of a design person. So yeah, we'll see how it goes for this module. To be honest, I am very, very, very worried for myself. Because working with new people, okay, even though I know these people in my group, but I haven't really worked with them before, and I'm just afraid that I'll become a burden, and yeah, I don't want them to have a bad impression, especially since like we're already in our last semester. So, cross fingers that everything goes well this time around. I really want to just graduate. Yeah, and I think ever since the course briefing, I have been feeling pretty anxious, just because there's so much to do for a 5 credit unit module, which I don't understand why they can't make it like a 10 credit module. Uh, yeah, 10 credit unit module. Like, it doesn't even make sense for us to do so much, and it's only worth 5 credit units. Like, come on, man, school, come on, man, what are you thinking? Yeah, so that was my weekend. I mean, I hope you had a better weekend than I did. Yeah, so right now we're just working on the kitchen. For this family home, I wanted to go for a cozy vibe. So you can see I'm just, as usual, cluttering up the kitchen. I feel when I was decorating this, I felt quite limited. I mean, like there were so many times I was like, oh my god, where is this thing? Where is that thing? And then I realized they are not in base game, so I can't use them. So you can see that a lot of the clutter items, I pretty much reuse them. Like, especially the books, I think. Yeah, the books were something that I've been using. I used a lot throughout this build. It's I think only when I started building with just base game, then I realized like how much I miss using the art packs. but no, I held strong, and I pulled through this whole build with just base game. But some of the base game wallpapers are pretty nice, like the backsplash that I use for the kitchen, and then this wood paneling thing. I really love it. It looks really, really nice for this build. And then this set of dining table, I went for, I think I kind of associate dark wood with like being cozy. That's why I chose mainly dark wood throughout this apartment. I think maybe, this house, but I think maybe in the common rooms everything looks pretty dark-ish. But the individual rooms are all just based on their taste, I guess. So you'll see that in a moment. But so over here we're decorating the bathroom. There are 3 bathrooms in total, but I'm only showing one because if I were to show all, this build is gonna be 40 minutes or maybe even an hour long. I don't think you guys want to hear me talk that long, right? I mean, as much as I would love to, actually no, I don't even like. I don't want to be speaking for 40 minutes long. I'll be so stressed thinking about, oh my god, what to talk about. But yeah, today I just kind of wanted to do something freestyle, so I don't really have anything planned. Yeah, for like the past few builds, I think I pretty much have a guide for me to share what I want to share. But today I just didn't feel like it. I wanted to do it freestyle. So I hope this turns out well. I mean, in the beginning, I already started a lot in the beginning, so I'm hoping that for the rest of this voiceover, everything will be okay and not too boring for you. Oh, but recently I've been having these really weird dreams. Okay, so the other day I was sleeping, and while I was sleeping, I was dreaming. And while I was dreaming, I realized I knew that I was dreaming. So basically I was aware that I was in a dream. And in that dream, I had a friend who was coming after me. So basically this friend of mine is trying to kill me. I have no idea why, but and at that point of time, I was like, oh my god, I had this exact dream maybe 1 or 2 times before. And it was like the same, everything was the same. There was this friend who was trying to kill me, and the past 2 times this person didn't even like get close to killing me. But in this time round, because I was so tired of running away and escaping from this person, I just decided, okay, I'm gonna kill this person in my dream. And it was so, I don't know if this is cool or this is scary or whatnot, but I was like just trying to control my mind. And so I was trying to control myself to kill the other person in my dream. And I managed to do that. And then I was arrested for killing the other person. And I was like, what even? And the funniest thing is, when I was in prison, I have cellmates, and my cellmates, one of them is a very, very, very funny friend from my poly. And the other guy I can't remember, but the thing is, usually in prison they will separate like the guys and the girls, but for this cell, or for this prison, one week, I have no idea why they place like females and males together, but it was pretty funny. Yeah, so I just basically ended up being in the same cell with 2 other people. Both are my friends. I just can't really remember how the guy looked like, but I do remember like the girl who was in the same cell as me. She was a very, very funny person back in poly. Okay, let me just share like one story about her. So I think she has a very quirky personality, I would say. And I don't think back then, I think the guys in our class or the guys from the other classes didn't really like this personality of hers, but all of us really liked it because it was so genuine. It was just very real. And it was just her. Yeah. So there was this one time she was at Bishan Park, and then she saw this lotus in the pond. So she decided that she would make a lotus drink out of it. So she basically just plucked the lotus from the middle of the pond. I have no idea how she did that. She went home, she bought water, and then she used the lotus. Yeah. And then she brought it to school the next day. Mind you, she didn't even tell us everything, like what happened behind the scenes, where this lotus was, like where she got this lotus from. But she told like one of my friends, oh, I made this lotus drink, do you want to try? And then this friend tried. And she was like, oh, so nice. Where, like, how do you like make it? Or like, basically she just asked like, how did this come about? And then she started to explain how she got it from Bishan Park. And then my friend was just like, what the fuck? Like, why? Regrets. I mean, there were so many funny incidents. Oh, let me share another one. There was this one time we had lab class. We had a lab class. So for labs, we have to wear long pants, jeans, and things like that. So basically, you have to cover your whole leg. You can't wear shorts. You can't wear skirts, I think. Yeah, you can't wear skirts. Even if your lab coat can cover it, you still must be wearing something that covers your entire leg. So we were on our last lab lesson, and this friend of mine, she forgot that she forgot that we were having a lab lesson. So she started to panic because nobody has an extra pair of pants for her, and she couldn't get one in time. So she came up with this brilliant idea to get masking tape, black masking tape from our school bookstore, and she started to tape up her leg from where it was exposed, just so that the lecturer would think that she's actually wearing pants. And it was so funny because she ran out of tape when she was on her second leg. I mean, when she was on her other leg. And so it was just like covered halfway. And she just like, oh my god, you know what, I can't be bothered. I'm so lazy to get like another tape. So she just went into the lab with like half of her leg being taped up, and then the other leg like fully taped up. And I think our lecturer probably saw the effort in it, and the lecturer probably just like, okay, whatever, she can just come to the class. I appreciate the effort. It was so funny at that point of time because everybody's just like, "Oh my god, why are you doing this?" And I mean, it wasn't her first time not wearing. Um, it wasn't her first time forgetting to wear long pants for the lap lesson. There were many, many, many other times, but I, I feel like the most memorable times in poly is probably because of her and her quirkiness. There was another one which I don't think I should be sharing, so I won't be sharing that. But yeah, I kind of miss poly though. I always tell my friends that secondary school was the best time of my education life. I mean, I know that I'm still starting like going to graduate from university soon, but university is not like the best. I mean, I don't think I fully enjoyed my university life. So I would say that so far, secondary school is the best. Yeah, I made so many friends in secondary school. I think it was the peak. It was like the peak of my education life. I was pretty much an extrovert. Okay, I wouldn't say I'm an extrovert in secondary school, but I think I was more outgoing. I attended a lot of things. I even joined a student leadership group, and I was very active back then. But I think ever since I graduated from secondary school, I just couldn't be bothered anymore. Like I was so done with all this um, orientation, camps and whatnot. I was just never the person for it. In fact, I I dreaded going for camps and orientation because I was so I just didn't want to, go through the whole my name is blah 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 and things like that. Yeah. So I'm proud to say that I'm gonna graduate soon and I won't be doing that anymore. Okay, no, maybe not because when I start work, I need to do this whole introduction thing again. But thank God there will be no camps. We don't have to be doing cheers and staying over and and and, and things like that. So yeah. So right now we are working on the teen and the toddlers room. So I imagine that previously it was the teen and the young adult sharing this room, but then the unexpected child came, so the young adult probably had to evacuate, not evacuate, have to vacate a space for this toddler, and he was just in the midst of planning to find a place to stay with his friends. Yeah, so temporarily he just moved to the garage. So the family now parks their car outside of the garage. I mean, you can see later. I can't remember if I've done the garage, but yeah, I can't remember if I've decorated it. But if I had, if I already decorated it, then you would have seen there are like shelves of they're just shelves with boxes and things like that. So I just imagine that those are the stuff that was previously in the garage, but they can't move it out, so they just place it there. And because the young adult is just there temporarily, so there's no need to move it out. Eventually he'll be moving out soon, so there's no need to be moving those shelves out. And yeah, everything there is just pretty much the bare minimum. He has bed, he has a mirror, he has a dresser, he has a small TV, which I think probably was in the garage for a very long time. So, but I guess it works because he has his own entertainment unit over there. So, yeah. I don't think we've garage here in Singapore. I mean, maybe for really rich people, but I'm not so sure about that. But I'm sure in the States, I mean in the US, there are many family homes like this that I'm building that have garage like that, and I'm pretty sure some of them are either makeshift rooms, or I don't know, like a place for you to play music. Like I've heard of people who are in bands and they used to play in their own garage and they'll invite people over. I just thought it's pretty cool. Um, I think the music scene in Singapore isn't okay. Wait, I shouldn't say that. But yeah, right now I think we're just decorating. Oh yeah, I remember to put the potty at the in the toilet so the toddler can use, because I don't think they're able to use the normal toilets. Yeah. Oh, and I also placed a chess table here. So I thought like maybe the grandparents sometimes would like to play chess, and they'll come up here to play with their grandchildren. Yeah. So there's a living room downstairs, and then I made a sitting area up here as well. So it's like a second sitting area, just because the living room downstairs is pretty small. So I thought, why not? They can always have like a second one. Oh, and I was wrong. We're just starting to decorate the garage. But yeah, you can see whatever I explained earlier on. So those are the shelves that I was talking about. So those are the shelves that I imagine were already here. The parents really just shifted it around so that it can make space for the young adult's bed. I think this bed looks pretty old, so I think maybe they got it from a secondhand furniture store. I have no idea, man. Or yeah, maybe. So everything here is just pretty much whatever he needs. There's nothing very fancy. So he has his daily facial products. Then he has a mirror. He has this entertainment unit at the front. All these knickknacks I just imagined they were just from the shelves on the other side, and then he just wanted to decorate this place out, so he just started to take stuff out from the shelf and decorate it on the entertainment unit there. But yeah, so right now we are on to the exterior, and then we're doing all the landscaping. And once again, I want to say that I'm not good at landscaping, so I'm really trying to be better at it. I think I just need to look at more Pinterest photos. Most of the time I just go into the build, like once I have an idea of what I want to build, I just go straight into it, because I'm more of an interior kind of person. I'm not too big about the whole exterior thing, but I know that I need to get better at this so that I can create videos and nicer builds for you guys. So I'm working hard on that. Hopefully the next few builds you can see some sort of improvements. But yeah, I gave this family a backyard. I think it's a decent sized backyard. I don't think it's very big or very small. But I also gave them a car, and unfortunately this car can't be used. It's just from debug, and it's just like an object, so you can't use the car and drive anywhere. It's basically just there for show. Yeah, but I'm hoping maybe they will introduce, cars, like real cars, into the Sims so we can drive around. Or do they already have it? I can't remember. Pretty much only started playing The Sims for the last 2 years, and I don't remember them having cars as like a live object. Like you can really use it to go around the city. So yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, so I gave this family a pool, and I think there's a barbecue, there's a sitting area, and yeah, I think there are some sun tanning beds. Do you call it sun tanning beds? I also gave them this, what do you call these? Ladders? Monkey bars? Yeah, they're called monkey bars in Singapore. I have no idea if they're called monkey bars too. But yeah, so basically this build is pretty much coming to an end. I just placed in all this stuff that you'll see in the backyard, and I was trying really hard to come up with ideas on how to do landscaping for this backyard. At first I wanted to go for something very large, but then I was just like, I'm a bit lazy, so I don't know. Okay, maybe the next time I'll start doing the exterior first and then move on to the interior, so that I don't get so tired towards the end. Because I'm always so motivated to decorate the interior, and then when it comes to the exterior, I'm just like, oh my god, it's the exterior again. I don't know, I always run out of ideas when it comes to the exterior. And maybe because it's also we're only limited to base game for this build, so there's really nothing much that I can use. I mean, I could have searched through debug, but I think at this point of time I was pretty tired because I did this all in one sitting. Yeah, and my eyes were pretty tired. So I promise I'll be better at landscaping, and I'll come up with something nicer the next time you see I don't know, a build like a house. Anyways, we're pretty much coming to the end of this video. So if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to click subscribe, turn on the notifications button so you'll be notified each time I post a new video. Anyways, clicking subscribe doesn't take very long. It's just 1 or 2 seconds. So subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.